For today's professional development, we're going to talk about two new instructional tools. So who is this professional development for? It is for teachers at my school, Sims Elementary School, who work with students in grades K through 5. Why are we having this professional development? As you all know, technology is becoming a bigger part of classrooms every day, especially now that we are mostly remote learning due to COVID-19. Teachers need to be equipped with the tools necessary to integrate technology in meaningful ways. When will we conduct this professional development? Due to the length of our professional development and the instructional tools we will be using, this professional development will be spread out over 2 weeks. We will work on this during our afternoon faculty meetings so that you do not lose instructional time with your students. How? Using the resources discussed through this PD, teachers will have a more effective way of sharing resources with students. Students will be able to use these resources discussed throughout the PD to document their learning. Some materials that you may need. You will need your own laptop. We will also use links for the instructional technology tools we will be learning about, Wakelet and Google Classroom. And then I'm also going to provide you with handouts that have step-by-step directions for the instructional technology tools we will be going over. For our first PD, we are going to start with the Wakelet. So you will look at your Wakelet handout as we go through the steps together. Some learning standards that we are going to be using for these activities include dedicate planning time to collaborate with colleagues to create authentic learning experiences that leverage technology, using technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. We will also be working with the AASL standard. Learners participate in personal, social, and intellectual networks by using a variety of communication tools and resources, and establishing connections with other learners to build on their own prior knowledge and create new knowledge. So instructional tool number 1, like I said earlier, we're going to start off with Wakelet. Wakelet is a great resource to collect, save, organize, and share content. You can share this content with other teachers and colleagues, or you can also share resources with your students. What kind of resources can you share? You can share a variety of resources through Wakelet. You can use links to websites. You can incorporate videos, images, and also post. What are some ways that you can use Wakelet in the classroom? You can use it for research projects, professional development, and for networking with other people. If you click on the link for this video, you will learn a little bit more about how Wakelet can be used in a general education classroom. And it also will go through the ways to create collections in Wakelet. So in order to figure out what Wakelet is and how to use it, we're going to visit this website, wakelet.com. While there, we're going to look at the Community Showcase, which are pre-made collections for students and teachers. We will learn how to create a new collection. And then it is noted that you should use Google Chrome for best access to the website. So I'm going to open up a Google Chrome web browser. So this is my Wakelet homepage. I have already created my account, but you can do so now if you need to create one. Okay, now that everyone has an account, let's talk about a few things that you have in Wakelet. If you look up at the top of the screen, you will see a search icon, so you can search for things that you're looking for. But we're going to start on the Showcase tab. So if you were logged in to Wakelet, you can click on the Showcase tab with me. This is the Community Showcase. These are curated resources that have already been created by other teachers. There are a variety that you could use for your students and for your own professional learning as well. Some of the ones that I thought were very conducive to what we are doing now in schools are the Google Tips, Tricks, and Updates, and then resources for using Google Classroom. Google Classroom is another instructional tool that we're going to be talking about in our next session. Here is another curated resource using Wakelet in our school. If we click on this one, it's going to give us some different ways that we can use Wakelet in the classroom. So the creator of this collection is going to explain what Wakelet is, how we can use it, and then how can students benefit from using it. So this would be a great resource to get started with to learn a little bit more about Wakelet. You can also explore some more of the Showcase collections at your own pace. So, how do we create a collection? First, we need to go back to our home screen by clicking on the Wakelet icon at the top. Once there, you will click on the Create a New Collection icon. From here, you need to create a title for your collection. The title should include things that relate to all of the resources that you will be providing. So you can type in whatever topic you would like. You can also write a description of your collection. You can also add a cover image. You can upload your own image if you have one saved on your computer, or you can choose from the library. So there are a variety of different backgrounds that you can choose from. Now you can have a full cover image, or if you just want to have a half of a cover image, you can do that as well. So now that we've created our title and we've listed a description and created our cover image, now it's time to actually add some resources. In order to add resources, you are going to click on the green plus sign. Now here you can add a variety of things. You can post a URL code. You can add text. You can include a YouTube video, anything from Twitter, images, upload PDFs, search your Google Drive or your OneDrive. Now, I'm not going to take the time to walk you through this step by step. If you look in your handout, it will tell you how to upload each item and what each item does. But you can simply select which one you would like to work on first. So a good thing to do with your collection is obviously pick your URL, your YouTube video, or your PDF that you're going to upload. You would upload that there. And then it's also a good idea up under that resource. So let's see. So if I add a video from YouTube, this is what it's going to look like. A good rule of thumb is to go ahead right up under this and add another resource. And here's where you're going to add your text. And this is where you would describe what was in the resource that you posted above this. Now, you would keep adding resources, as many as you need to meet your topic. All of your changes are saved automatically. Once you have completed your collection, you're next going to save it as either a public file, which everyone can see. You can do it as unlisted, which means that only people that have the link that you will get when you finish can view the items. Or you can set it to private, which means that you're the only one who can see the collection. So as you're working in it, it's going to automatically be set to private. Once you have completed your resources and you have completed your collection, then you would decide if you wanted it to be public for anyone to use, which would go straight into the showcase, or you can use it as unlisted and share a link with students or teachers that you want to have access. So right now I'm going to click unlisted, which means that I don't want everyone to be able to see it. I only want to share it with those that actually work in my school. So once you have done that, you're going to click the Done button. This will take you back to your home page. Oh, I'm sorry, it will take you to your curated resources. Here you can see your finished product. This is our cover, our title, our description, and our first resource with a description up under the resource. One of the greatest things that I've noticed about Wakelet is the ability of the read aloud function. If you have students who are in the younger grades that may not be able to read your descriptions, they can click on this icon to the side, and it will open the resource in a new tab where it will read aloud.
The resources below provide teachers and students with several tools used in a first-grade math classroom.
And then students can go back into your resource from there. Returning back to the home screen, we see all of the curated resources that I've created. This is where all of your files will be housed. You can click on them at any time and edit or add to them as you need to. Simply by clicking the Edit Collection button, it will allow you to go in and add more resources or change the resources that you have. Once you have everything completely ready to go, you can click the Share icon. Here, if you're using Google Classroom, you can share it directly there. You can create a QR code. You can share it through Microsoft Teams, Twitter, Facebook, or you can copy the link and share it that way as well, or embed it into whatever resource you're using. You can also export your collection into a PDF file. By selecting this option, it will create a PDF of your resources that you could also provide to students. So I'm going to show you a collection that I have completed all the way through, so you'll see what the finished product looks like. So I have a teaching reading collection.